Hello, good morning. My name is Oladapo Biobaku. I'm happy to have you here. I hope you all are feeling safe wherever you are in the world, wherever you're watching me from. Awesome time for me to spend time with you today. And please subscribe to my channel and be part of this amazing family. Yes, so what are we here to talk about today? Today we're going to be talking about relationship, right? Um, in terms of relationship, I think one thing people need to understand is who are you? You need to really define yourself to know what exactly you want and what are the expectations, what are the standard. Because what you need to understand is you actually grew up from a different background, you grew up from a different under a different roof, under a different parent, and you want to transfer how you've been brought up. You want to match that with another person that is already being raised from a different background, from a different culture, or even maybe it's from a different race, right? So these are the things I believe that you need to really define for you for you to be able to channel that to what exactly you're expecting, who you want to be with, what kind of things that you expect the person to be able to do, what are they bringing to the table, what you bringing to the table. Right, let's get into it. So, number one is understanding your female counterpart, just like I said earlier, is very key. So, when I said what they're bringing to the table, is basically like what exactly are you expecting from them? What should they be expecting from you? Okay, where are you guys meeting up in order for you to say, yeah, we are actually one for one? For me as a person, I understand. When I see love, I do really appreciate it, and I give kudos to them. But believe me, it's not easy. When you talk about love, yeah, I understand the fact that we need to love, we need to show more care to one another. But man, there are some trying times that comes that is actually just gonna break it. Like, are you ready for that time? That is what I call love. I mean, for me, I don't see love on when you're going on vacation together, when you're doing all that together. That's no love for me. For me, I believe that is just a moment. That's a moment where you guys are, it's just a moment where you guys are. But when it comes to love, is where I say love is where things are actually not adding up, and you guys are actually staying together and breaking the grounds in order for you to get yourself as a couple out of that difficult challenges. That is where I see love for me, because well, I mean, it's a very difficult thing. All right. So for those that find it, I really give kudos to them, and I appreciate them, and I celebrate them. And for those that have never witnessed that, it doesn't mean that you're not going to witness it. It just means that you need to keep on trying. Right. If it is for you, you will definitely get it. If it is not for you, you will never get it. I mean, we are in a world whereby there's so lot of single parent, single mom, single dad. They never started. I mean, 50% of that never started. The they never started like that from the beginning. To say, oh, the main reason why we are coming together is just also to be a single parent. No, they came with a good intention of we want to be together, want to spend life together. But when it crosses the boundary of girlfriend and girlfriend, is stepping to the other level, things change. Honestly, things change. I need you to watch out for that. You see, when you are actually still dating, you have a boyfriend and a girlfriend. Believe me, when you guys are still dating, it's a different ball game. But when it crossed to the part when you said, okay, fine, you want to make you want to turn everything to marriage, or you want to start engage, you want to go into engagement, you want to start living together and all that. Believe me, things change. It is a different game, and you need to understand that. You need to get your mind prepared for that. Because one thing I always advise is whoever you're dating, please have a minimum. To be honest with you, have a minimum of 1 year or 1.5 year of living together. Honestly, because there are some things that are still, they are not shown to you when you're still dating, meeting up, just passing a night or two at each other's place. There's so many things that is still hidden that you haven't discovered, that you haven't seen. And the key to the success of two of you being together is those things that you haven't seen. And once you see them, are they things that you can live with? Are they things that you can accommodate? Right. I mean, sometimes people say, I'm going to change it. Believe me, you can't change people. You can only try. You can't change people. When you're talking about changing, you can only change your child where they're still under 7 years old, right? Yeah, you can change them. You can nurture them. You can put them under under routine. You can put them under how you want them to become. But when you're talking about an adult lady, when you're talking about an adult man, you cannot change them. And when they are trying to be what you want them to be, they are hiding a lot of things from you. You need to understand that so many things are going to be hidden because it's not his real self. What you want is you want someone that's going to show their real self. And the only way they can show their real self is if you have already understood these are the things that I do when I'm all alone. These are the things that I do. It's natural. These things are natural. Sometimes it doesn't mean that the other party is being bad. That is why their behavior is like that. But that is the way they're grown up. And can you live with that? You need to understand that. If you cannot live with it, I'm going to advise you. Like, you guys need to know what you're doing at that particular time before you cross to the next stage. All right? And these are the things that is so common in the world that where we are now. Right? I understand people, especially ladies, are looking at their age to say, oh, I'm not married at so age. I'm not married I haven't got my child at so. These are the things. This should not be the pressure. You shouldn't put yourself in that box whereby you're not making yourself happy because these things, you look at those things as, oh, I'm not moving forward in life. No, it is different. Right? What you want to do is to find the best time for yourself, identify that man that you want to be with. That man, these are the things that this guy does. Can I live with them? Yes, I can live with it. Right? Forget about the mindset of you changing the guy. You cannot change him. Can you live with his up and downs in terms of the way he live his life, in terms of the way he eats, in terms of the way he takes time in his bathroom, in terms of the way he drinks, in terms of the way he smokes, in terms of the way he parties, in terms of the way you spend so much time on social media? You need to see these things before you agree to go to the next stage with your partner, with your boyfriend or your girlfriend. You need to understand all this, because what you don't want to do is you don't want to get into the serious. You don't want to get into the serious relationship whereby things has already been done, family, marriage, and all that. Then you're coming to think, oh, this guy doesn't have time for me. He spends so much on the internet. Da 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 da. This is the way you found him. Have you guys sat down before you get married and you guys have discussed about it? No. You can't be in a marriage and start thinking about, oh, I need to start. It's not going to work. It is not going to work. And these are the things that I say, that you need to understand what you want right from the onset, what the person is bringing to the table, and what you're taking to the table. Okay? In the world that where we are now, especially in the westernized world, the thing is, the couple decide that they want to go half in whatever they do. Right? If it is okay for you, you need to understand that right from the beginning. And if it is not okay for you, you need to understand that right from the beginning. What you don't want to do is you don't want to be in a relationship and your partner is expecting some things from you, and you're looking at it like, but you are the man, but you are the lady. Okay? If you want to go 50-50, you guys need to agree on, okay, we are going 50-50. And you stand by that. Because what you need to understand is, once these things are not met and expectations are not the same, then it comes to an argument. When it comes to an argument, it comes nagging. When it comes to nagging, it takes away the love, right? It takes away the feelings you have for one another. Because then it's going to change their mentality, it's going to change their mindset towards you. Okay? If you're someone that it takes you, I mean, in a day, you can stay in a whole day without bathing, and your partner is cool with it. You need to let your partner know that part of you before you get into the marriage. You get it? Like, so these are things. They are simple things, but the way our mind works, the way our brain works, is different. You might be thinking, okay, I'm taking my time today. It's weekend. Blah blah blah. Period. And it might be a different thing to the partner that you have in your house. It might be looking like, why would I have my man till this time of the day? He hasn't even taken his bath. He hasn't even showered. Because, man, just like I said right from the beginning, you guys are coming from a different background. You were brought up in a different way, from a different culture, from different views to life. Now you want to match the two together to become one. So you need to understand all these little things that we don't pay attention to. It is very, very key when it comes to a successful marriage. Very, very key. All right. Another thing is, you need to know if, right from the beginning, if your man cannot cook, and you want to be the main person that's going to be cooking for the family, or your man can cook, and you guys decide or look at it like, okay, fine, I like my man to be cooking, da 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 da. You cannot have a man that doesn't know how to cook and you expect him to cook for you when you become married. That's another way where the trouble is going to come from, right? And you cannot have a man whereby, when he was growing up, is used to family values of, okay, we sit down on the dining, we make a breakfast, they sit down together, they have a breakfast in the morning, right? You need to understand that about your man or about your woman, if that is the way they grew up. Now, it's coming to you, you're not someone that likes to be sitting down on the dining, you don't care about breakfast, you don't care about all that, then it becomes a problem when you get married, because then if you're the one that likes breakfast and this is the way you've been brought up and you're expecting for you guys to start having a breakfast, then another argument is going to be coming from that angle, because what you need to understand is he's not used to it while growing up. These things we need to understand it better. Honestly, for me, you need to understand it better before you take the thing. I mean, before you agree and settle down for whoever you want to settle down with. It's really key. And please, I would like you to tell me what you feel about the discussion that we had today in terms of relationship. Tell me what you feel. If you disagree with anything I've said, please put it down in the comment below, and I promise you I'm going to reply to you all. Thank you very much. I love you all, and I hope to see you in the next video. Love you. Bye.